stroll to the main cell. Pop up.
I'm dying.
Help, friends! Dry your eyes, friends. I am healed. I can continue saving you all.
I didn't thought this was so stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I thought there were more maps. But it makes sense when there were 4 main maps and then 4 DLCs. But I thought there were more. I'm not gonna lie. Welcome back to a series I call Black Ops 4 First Time, if I call it correctly. Yeah, Black Ops 4 Zombies First Time. In case you don't know what it is, I on my channel do a lot of zombies content. Usually zombies Easter eggs, zombies challenges, sometimes you know, multiple maps and that sort of stuff with like mods and that, for example, on Black Ops 3. And I have debated for a long time to get Black Ops 4, and now with this new laptop that I got like last year in August, I was like, you know, why not buy back Black Ops 4, install the game, and instead of like hopping directly onto a challenge run, an Easter egg run and that sort of stuff, I wanted to stream my first time playing these maps. I do have to say, I did watch content, but this is my first true experience in these maps and that sort of stuff. And after I played each map, I want to look into challenge content, Easter egg content and that sort of stuff. For example, Voayge of Despair, I have already been practicing the Easter egg without success, but it's also been a long while since I played Zombies and this, and I thought, you know, it's time to do another run. And in the previous episodes I played 9, which was a map I love, to be honest. It's like a small map that you can do and that sort of stuff. And in the first episode we played Voayge of Despair, where we did some... Did I play that on the old laptop? No, it was on this laptop. Some, how do you call that? How do you call that? Some graphic fixing, because it was the first episode. Today we're going to one of the more difficult maps. And I know this Easter egg on this map is especially one of the more difficult, considered the thing and that sort of stuff. It is considered like one of the more harder, at least to do solo, because of the challenges and that sort of stuff. But as you are aware, if I take these things. And then do it. For now I do, I think. I know I've been like grinding a bit of like the legendary epic ones. But you know, we'll have to see, but yeah. So this primarily aimed for me to go to my first time of like... Wait, do I have to select a class? I didn't guess this one? Wait, which one did I... Devil Dog. I guess Devil Dog? Yeah. And that sort of stuff. So, my goal is to get to around 20. And that sort of stuff. I'm not going to do the Easter egg. I might try stuff out, but yeah. So this will be my first playthrough. And yeah, if you've seen 9 The Voayge of Despair, it really shows.
You give us the fire, we'll give them hell.
Do not speak so lightly of hell.
Easy, Tech. I didn't mean the real thing.
Gentlemen, we are here.
Where have you taken us?
We should be closer to the lab. No matter. This way, if you please.
I've never seen this before. It's interesting to see.
You're late.
Doctor.
Doctor, is there a problem?
2 for each of them.
Survival depends on it. Yeah, you remember. So much to do. The vessel from Axis, the opening of the gateways. Are you sure you're not getting confused? You'll be needing this. The chronorium. But I've already read it. Read it again. What is the meaning of this? The pages have changed. They... Our blood. My blood. You cannot possibly expect me to let this happen. You son of a bitch!
I forgot the Canorium tells us the truth, right?
You're not gonna let us in on what that was about.
Or explain why you have people in freezer.
We are leaving.
So, that koniecznie.
Asshole.
The classic Mob of the Dead experience.
There! Get to the portal! Now!
En er is Brutus.
Scheiße.
I will be reborn.
My God. What have I done?
Move it, Doc.
Oh, die good old days of Mob of the Dead. We hopen in intact, Dempsey. Onto the docks they go. I've never seen this fully now until now. That's impressive to watch. I know you can Google this in this day, but still. Like, I know you can Google these, but still, it's like impressive to see it for the first time. But yeah, it's been a while since I played zombies. I don't know how long exactly since I think that I recorded the last video. I haven't streamed any new zombies things because, well, this series is running. I haven't released the first video. I wanted to do that soon.
Stop it, Edward. This may be just another delusion. It must be. Surely I would never lead myself into such a... Oh, my God. Everything could change.
Zoolinger, Rusman, Misty, and Marlton. Okay, we do start in the lab.
Damn planks! Splinters! Blasted menial labor!
But yeah, I haven't streamed any zombies, which I might do soon, like on Black Ops 3, or as of moment of recording. Because if you know, in previous videos I usually record.
Damn it, Edward, think! Yes, this looks bad, but something can be done. Any book that rewrites itself can be rewritten. First rule of interdimensional time travel.
You know, and that sort of stuff. Normally if you do remember previous content, some content is recorded on Twitch. You know, it's easier for me to sometimes just do like a 3-hour, 4-hour stream. And that sort of stuff. And then edit it.
Tell me again about my new shoots.
You know, edit the video together. And that sort of stuff. Because it saves me some time, you know, from planning in a recording night like these. And B, it's more beneficial because I can record and stream at the same time. You know, I catch like... You know, I have something to do while streaming. I can make a video out of it. And I often do that.
So, the Warden of Alcatraz finally rears his head. That's right, Herr Warden. I knew who you were all along. Dressed in that shabby guardsman's disguise. I'll not allow some incorporeal third-rate occultist to get the best of me.
The West Grounds. I know the catwalk is difficult.
Already it's crooked. It's a dead, rip it down. I can't even look at it anymore.
But yeah, and like I said, it's beneficial for me because I record and edit them later, but like,
Mine apologies. Were you using that arm?
Jesus.
Judging from the stench, I believe the hellfire is ready. I smell like Nikolai already.
That's voice, and like the YouTubers are the worst. Never have like, most of them don't have like this voice thing on. Can I also go this way? I think I have to go this way. This time is the box. Oh, the good old box. Is it that machine in here?
Of course, mein Fair, but now you run out. I'm so pleased you decided to ruin me. When you simply must dismember a rocky corpse, the shotgun makes a complete mess of it.
Is that like an assault rifle? SMG, I think. Yeah, the GKS is an SMG. But yeah, and that sort of stuff. And like, hey, on the other hand, I give people some stream, and some people can watch it earlier, but and that sort of stuff. So, but on the other hand, like, sometimes it's just easier to do this, you know, you don't have to watch, like, care about being connected to Twitch, you don't have to care about, like, bitrate and that sort of stuff. Oh wait, I should feed the dog, now that I think about it. I forgot I'm on Wild like, I'm up to that.
Great Wolfgame's ghost! Oh! It's only one of the demon bulls. They seem almost Draconesque.
And that sort of stuff. But yeah, hey, on the other hand, like, doing like this is also chill because I can talk about stuff without like caring, you know, too much about TOS. I do have to care about YouTube TOS, of course, but not like Twitch TOS, for example. And what I tell here, and like, now that I think about it, saying like I don't have to care about TOS, or I wanted to say that I don't have to care about what others think about me, and I generally don't have to, but like, you know, you're not live, so if I don't say anything, I can, like, anything I say now, I can edit out without people seeing it. I can say, you know, the N-word, and nobody will ever know, but you will easily see when this is cut, I think. And that sort of stuff, but I don't cut these videos because it's this first experience and that sort of stuff. But I do have to care less about what others think of me, you know?
Goodbye, Wolfie! Greedy little ingrate. Not so much as a thank you bark. Beat it again, you worthless weapon!
The Dagon? Oh! Was 70-50. Did he only come from the phone? Because, like, the thing, I don't have to care about what others say, and I try to be... Where did you come from? Did you come from the hole? Stupid hole. No, wait, wrong one.
Yeah?
God damn it.
Pretty sure that's a neurotoxin. Oh, man.
Oh, it's not a full auto shotgun. It's a good weapon, this one. Are you the last one? You are the last one. And that sort of stuff. So yeah, like, I'm a bit like trying to do two things. I try to focus on the game, you know, and you know, do the other thing.
Wunderbar. Full switch and power on.
Is that power for the hoistler?
Stroke of luck.
That looks like another door.
Oh, you want more? I'll just go extract it from some undead entrails and be right back. What disgusting digits to yourself.
I should be able to walk across the catwalk now, right? Do Alcatraz.
There! Short stroll to the main cell. Pop up!
I'm dying.
Help! Friends! Dry your eyes, friends. I am healed. I can continue saving you all.
I didn't thought this was so stressful. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't know this was so... This was so stressful.
Back in prison. Wonderful. Let me just catch my breath.
Like, I didn't know this was so stressful, hello. Do I need to?
Medieval, but most effective.
Let me see how the thing goes thing. And I had the story, but I lost the idea of that story. Oh wait, I have of course
I don't understand
Hello.
these modern cocktails. Tastes like literally ginger.
Bye, Brutus.
Ah, you dumb cockroach! I have acquired your precious key. Let us see what skeletons you've got hiding in your closet then, shall we?
Why do I have a flamethrower?
I do prefer my undead crisp over the typical juicy variety.
I have to use the shield for that. I know you have the shield for like soul things.
Open wide, Wolfie dog. Here comes another nice juicy corpse.
And that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, like I had a story. I wanted to talk about something, but I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I had a story about my volunteer work. Now that I think about it, I have one. Like, I have a, like, you know, I do volunteer work. And I do volunteer work at the library, and it's more like help desk for elderly persons. And that sort of stuff.
Finished again. That thing eats more than any creature I have ever encountered. Dempsey is a human. He does not count.
And such stuff. And because of that, like, I do get usually elderly persons. Must turn on the power first.
Canines! Brace yourselves!
I usually get an elderly person who have like somebody who does, you know, their thing, their digital things before them. In sense of like if they need help with email or setting an app up or installing it, then
Good doggy. Dead doggy.
then they, you know, they help. But they people get like move out. There's a son or a daughter, you know, that like goes to college and that sort of stuff. But do I need to do that again? Then I need to build a shield. Don't you need the shield for this now? I think you need the shield. I just want to get the shield.
That will be sufficient, thank you. The water seems so calm. Such a shame that any attempt to cross it would delete us from existence. I'm tempted to let Nikolai try.
But and that sort of stuff. But like recently, like not like last Thursday, but
Not today.
the Thursday before that, I got a woman, like an elderly woman, into me, you know, on visit, who had like her phone hacked, and you know, that can be like, you know, stuff happens. You know, I'm not one to judge. But, so she had deleted everything and reinstalled everything. I have to sneeze. I think I have to unlock this. Sorry. Unlock the shield first. But the question, how do I unlock the shield?
Aren't you a sneaky little mongoose?
I think I have to build the shield. I don't care about that. And this elderly woman, indeed,
Deep, Richthofen?
the Warner's house.
The sooner you go nose blind, the better.
And since that was the case, I need to turn on the power first, which means I need the shield part. Probably. How does one build the shield? I also learned that Black Ops 4 is way more forgiving with like hitbox and that sort of stuff than Black Ops 3. In comparison with getting in. But like she had deleted everything and you know on her phone and was like, okay, you know, I help you install, but she had installed WhatsApp. And the thing is, she has installed WhatsApp, and you know how WhatsApp is on meta, and if you want to change something or look something up for meta, you have to dig deep down into the archives of the internet, because otherwise you're never gonna be dealt, and that sort of stuff. Otherwise you're never gonna learn it. And the thing is, she had like wanted to install WhatsApp again, but the thing was, she had to activate her WhatsApp account. And for that, you know, for that she needed either to activate her phone number or email, but she didn't have out, so we want a reset code. You know?
Yes, that was correct, I think.
We wanted a reset code so that we could, like, you know, activate it to the code. But, like, the thing is, I pressed on reset, you know, asked for a reset code and that sort of stuff, and it asks you 3 times basically with like, are you sure, you know, are you sure?
We hope you enjoyed your time in Alcatraz Hell Dimension.
Like, are you sure, you know, it asked that 3 times, and by the 3rd time, nothing filled in, nothing filled in, 3 times pressed reset, she pressed on reset again, and you know what for error pop-up she got? Filled in, or you know, used code, or the code that was filled in is not a valid like activation code. And I was sitting there like, how do you mean, like, well, I mean, filled in code is not correct.
What is the prize? Another reanimated corpse.
Because like, yeah, that's true. You know, I didn't fill anything in because we didn't fill anything, or filled in code is incorrect. But you know what's flabbergasting to me? Like how you apparently get an error message that has nothing to do with what you're trying to do. Because it's like not even like the thing of like, for example, account has been locked because of too many logged in attempts, you know? Or like, you know, email, no phone number found with this, you know, no account found with this phone number or anything. And I do know that you like...
I teach all of you respect.
Like, and I do know you can tell everything as like a software developer.
Using only my imagination.
But... like... I was so flabbergasted and I tried to Google because like, okay... you clearly tried to do this and it doesn't work, so I tried to Google. But there was nothing to... there was literally nothing to find about the fact that like you had, you know, you had this, and I was like so flabbergasted because A, there was nothing to find, and B, I didn't find any other persons that had like the same problem before. So and because of that, I asked her to come back next week because at one point
I'm not entirely sure that this won't explode.
turn on the power first. Indeed. And because of that, you know, is here a dog? No, there's no dog here.
That's right. It should have at least 6 more barrels.
Because of that, I kept searching and I did find something about account blockage. So my hunch maybe was like that her account was locked because if she was indeed hacked,
I suppose finding a
you know,
site that has
I had to
a
assume that she was hacked,
is out of the
you
question.
know, and that sort of stuff. That I'm trying to look for shield parts while doing this. Like that somebody might have like tried to gain access to her account too much and that she was locked out, you know? Because I did find some stuff about you know, WhatsApp blocking you out of your account if you try too many filled-in login attempts. And if she got back control of her account but has to activate it yet, it might be that like, you know, it might be that like the hackers has tried to gain access. Because I do know that hackers often use WhatsApp accounts to spread like, you know, for example the B&B scam. You know, join down the B&B and get like up to like, what is it? You know, earn this amount of money by promoting this B&B and that sort of stuff. But where's the part? I have part. Where is part? Hold on. Oh, it's the elixir.
Essence. Now, if I only had some receptacle to store it in. Ugh, perhaps Nikolai has an extra pocket.
Oh wait, I can clear that debris? Really? And this comes back to the... But yeah, and like, so I asked her, like, you know, after a while, because it took a bit, and there were other people that needed help. Like, we were like, okay, you know, I suspect that your account is locked. I didn't have any proof for this, but it would make the most sense. And WhatsApp is not upfront with this, because it is meta. And that sort, and, you know, meta being meta. And, oh, I should watch out. And that would make sense, so that the hacker doesn't know that, like, they have to wait 7 days and that they're correct and that sort of stuff. Oh, there's a door towards here. Huh. You know, that the hacker doesn't have to, that the hacker doesn't know that they have to wait for 7 more days, for example. But on the other hand, it's, you know, stupid for the user. Because the user doesn't now know what happens. So, but I asked her, you know, come back next week. If you have a tablet, take your tablet with you. And the reason for that is, like, if it's like truly a lockout, then it shouldn't matter if it's the tablet or the phone where we do it on. But otherwise, you know, we might need to check, like, we might need to check if it's your phone or not. So that's the reason I asked her for a tablet. I might just gonna Google where like the shield parts are. Because I don't think I found anything. Maybe I need to unlock the warden's house first? Wait. I thought there was a part here. And there's no part there. Cool. Yeah, I might need to unlock the warden's house first, indeed. I might need to do that. But, like, I started to come back next week, because I was like, if it is truly, you know, an account blockage, then I can't really do much anymore. And take your tablet with you, because if it's your phone, then at least you can rule that out. You know, in sense of like, maybe it's an old phone that doesn't work anymore. And that sort of stuff. Maybe, you know, the phone works perfectly fine, but you're locked out or anything else is wrong. Because she doesn't know the email. Like, if there is an that's the thing. She was locked out of the account. So she was not logged in. You know, if you open WhatsApp, you get like, you know, you see your contacts, you see your group chats and that sort of stuff. She didn't saw that, she was completely locked out. So I couldn't also verify that there was like an email attached to the account, because if there is an email attached to the account, she wouldn't get into that account without like calling Meta support. And that is gonna be funny. And that sort of stuff. But also, the thing is, like, if the tablet doesn't work and the phone doesn't work and it still doesn't work after 7 days of no trying, because I told her to not use WhatsApp at all or not try to log in for 7 days to see if it's dead, because if it's dead, then we know the problem, and otherwise not. But I don't see any shield part. But where would the warden house be? I know there was like a path to the warden house somewhere.
He's a doctor. Calling this place an infirmary is offensive.
So, but yeah. And like that was last Thursday, was the week after that. And I didn't have time to do research because on the other hand, like, I got busy, but on the other hand, like, on the other hand, it was like, not already like a thing, but she didn't show up last Thursday. That's the thing. Like, I'm now wondering, did she really help it on her own, or was she like, I don't want to use WhatsApp anymore, so whatever, you know?
Not look at me in that tone of voice.
Why is there no parts in this whole area? Okay, where would the warden house be? I know it's outside somewhere, but where? Do I do another round to gain points? So yeah, she didn't came back, and like I'm still wondering like what was the problem, but hey, if it's solved, it's solved. Yeah, I do generally get like elderly people that don't know how to do stuff. And that is primarily, as I stated earlier, that they have somebody who did it for them, their grandchildren, for example, you know, they'd be like, oh, hey, grandma, I do it, you know, and they'd be like, poop, poop, done. And grandma's sitting there, you know, like, what do you do, Timmy? Like, what do you do, little Timmy? But on the other hand, you also have maybe neighbors who did it, and they now moved out to college and that sort of stuff, so I don't see a dock here. Is there a dock here? Oh. So yeah, and that's just the general thing. And like questions do, you know, do change very often in sense of what people ask, but like it's not a general theme. For example, that most questions are phone related on how do I install, you know, a certain app. Or that sort of stuff so that you can anticipate on it. No, it's like very diverse. And the nice thing about it, most people, like a lot of people appreciate it. You know, that I take time out of my day, because I'm jobless, that I take time out of my days, and that sort of stuff. To help these people, because I'm jobless. I don't have to, but like I have a job coach who's thing. Besides, I have to. I mean, at this point, I think I can call my content creator a job. Yeah, I should like talk about the fact like with my job course that I'm a content creator. Is that Brutus? Hi Brutus! Hi Brutus!
I was just thinking about how much I want to annihilate you.
Is that like power? That's power, right? This voice is so creepy. Maybe I should talk like that I'm a content creator and that technically is it's not like I don't make any money, so I can't really call it my job, it's more an hobby. But it does require a job instinct, and like I do have to like, since I'm jobless, I do have like has the ability to spend more time on this. Which I appreciate, because I don't think I will be able to put it like at the level I am now today if I had a stable job. Like, you have to think a lot of the past year, you know.
Amazing what one can do with a little accelerant and a spark of determination.
Like, you have to think, like, last year I primarily have written most of my lore, which I spent an hour to 2 up per day, you know, and that sort of stuff. Are you the last one? You seem the last one. And because of that, I didn't really have the time. I really had the time to, you know, to do rendering during the day, model editing, or lore writing and that sort of stuff. And because of that, I feel like I have been able to raise my level to where I am today. And such stuff. So... And because of that... Where's the top one? How about the top one, me? And because of that, you know, I am the proud Transgirl that I am today. But on the other hand, like, I don't think... If I had a stable job, I don't think I would be able to put my content at least at the level that it is today. I think I will be, like, mostly still stuck writing lore instead of, like, recording maybe. And maybe I would not be putting the 5 videos out today. I did put 5 videos out a week, even with my internship. And my internship was, like, 5 days a week. But... So technically I could do it. And such stuff, but... It's not present. Yeah, the way you probably also need, like... I could check the elevator there on top. I'm trying to figure out where the warden's house is. Because maybe the warden's house has the power. No, that would mean that the power is there. And that sort of stuff. So yeah, on the other hand, I'm grateful I don't have a job. And that sort of stuff, but I don't think I'm at a point like... I do think I'm at the point where I don't see myself work anymore. And that is mostly a sense of like...
Power restored. And I know how much you
No one escapes alive.
don't even
Hi, Brutus!
talking it out again.
Sooner or later, the man will get the message. Even if it has to drill it into his thick skull 8 or 9,000 more times.
Release the spirit. Well, I got the power. So that's the thing. But yeah, as I said, I did job hunt a lot. And because of the job hunt a lot, I think...
Tastes like something was evolving inside of
Like, I think I have, like, lost my... Well, how do you say that? Lost my interest or passion for work. Because, like, yeah, even if you're dropping... Like, and it might be that I'm a transgender girl. It might be as simple as a transgender girl. Because, like, I think, like, my hard skills are a problem. At least if it comes to IT. You know, the IT department. Or the IT side of job hunting. But my job coach thinks it's my soft skills. And my job coach thinks it's my soft skills because if she asks us, like, you know, or if she asks me difficult questions, like, you know, what for animal would you be, then I fall still. And I'd be like, you know, I'm not the best at being social. That's the thing. But, like, I think if I would ask my friends in a bar, you know, that they also won't fall still. Of, like, you know... Of like, hey, what for animal you'll be, and you'll be like, what the fuck, Elise? Nobody has to ask a question like that.
This is quite a find. Into my pocket with you. Could this be his inner sanctum? The writing all over the walls certainly doesn't scream sanity. It reminds me of my lab.
Oh, here is like the thing. Here is his house.
I'm not sure what's worse. The warden's demonic office or his ghastly home decor.
Do you have to get a warden next to that? I think you have to get a warden next to that, if I remember correctly. But okay, good to know, the power doesn't require the shield. This is a tough spot to train. I think you need a warden in here. If I remember correctly. But yeah, like okay, like, you know, at least like from experience, you know, like from experience, like I think my hard skills are the thing, but my job coach, on that suspicion that I told earlier, thinks that this is my soft skills. Oh Jesus! Oh god damn it!
It is vital that I keep my blood inside my body.
I should have kept the ray gun.
Oh, I revived
Because of that. And, you know, also on the other hand, she thinks I lost passion for work. And, you know, I wouldn't blame her. Because, like, if you job hunt and you hear 10,000 times no, you know, if you hear 10,000 times no, would you think the same?
I could just squeal with gratitude. If only I cared one time.
You know, if you heard 10,000 times no, would you at one point be also demotivated? And something. And I do have to say, in 2024, I did job hunt a lot. You know, a lot in sense of like,
3 feedings is enough. Now go play in the hell pit. Maybe you'll dig up something useful.
you know, I did like, I did job hunt a lot, you know, up to 10-12 times a week, but that often required me or ended up in like, you know, me being like, if a company called, it was like, okay, who are you again, you know, and I never really prepared well, or I never job hunt because I wanted to, I job hunt because I had to, you know, that feeling? So, it was not because I job hunt on a job, I was like job hunting on a job because I had to, not because I liked the job, you know? I was not writing motivation letters, so I started like in 2025 doing that at the start at least. But then came the issue of the IT help desk, and that like I don't know who I am. And that if I will do IT help desk, you know, and primarily, like the thing is I am doing IT help desk now, I know, as volunteer work. But you do know, you do have to know, IT help desk there would be through the phone. So those elderly persons wouldn't really show me and would only hear my voice and that sort of stuff. And because of that, I will, you know, what if you'll be called once, you know, as a transgender girl. Like, I don't think nobody will understand this unless you're transgender yourself. But hey, so be it. Just imagine that you like hate being called the opposite gender, you know, the gender that you don't want to be. Like, I know my voice sparks, you know, he, him, and that sort of stuff, but I'm a trans girl. I'm a demi-trans girl. Well, I'm a demi-neo-pronounced trans girl. And that sort of stuff. But, the thing is, if I'm gonna want to do that IT help desk, I would be 1 month off, for training. So I want to be 1 month to record. And that sort of stuff. Is it this one that I need to take for the...
I must be insane! Ah! The flames!
This is not the one I was aiming for.
My God! So easy! So thirsty!
This was not the one I was aiming for, but yeah. And that sort of stuff. And yeah. But I started to realize that I don't know if I would be handled with that. And I also started to realize that I would, you know, that like I was almost starting to cry at the phone at the job hunt because of that. Because the thing is, like, you're gonna hear, you know, goodbye sir, hello sir, you know, and that sort of stuff. But you're also gonna get not hear it once, but maybe up to 20 times a day. And I know because of that that I will go back home with a backpack. And eventually at one time it will break me. And yeah, there might be a work psychologist and there might be something, you know, to train on. But still, like the thing was, I know that thing. And I almost burst out in tears and I was like, you know, I should seek therapy. Purely because I don't know who I am, but also I should seek therapy because of that. Because now I feel more comfortable doing that. But still, it would hurt me a bit. 3500. Insane prijs. Where's the other one? And that sort of stuff. So I will be now be doing, but back then I wouldn't. Is it this one not?
Ah, I'm still steaming from the last trip.
I was looking for that one. The Helsredeemer.
Sehr gut. We've arrived. Is my face red? I feel red.
No? Okay. Oh, I need a warden, that's the problem. I need a warden now to unlock that. But yeah, now I'll be able to do it, I think, because I care less about what others think about me, because like therapy showed me that I'm a pregnant Transgirl, or I want to be a pregnant Transgirl and that sort of stuff. You know? And
The dogs! Why is it always dogs?
and that sort of stuff. And it also helped me to teach, like, to care less about what others think about me. Like, I feel like I'm in a mood now more that, like, if I stream with my pregnant Vtuber model and that sort of stuff, for example, or tell people that I'm pregnant and people go like, huh? Be like, huh? Or if somebody, you know, comments on my video and be like, you can be a pregnant person, you know. Why are you pregnant? And I would be like, okay, screw off. You know, if you don't like my content, you know, there's the door. There are plenty of people who like my content. And that sort of stuff. You know, there are plenty of people who like me with a belly. And there are plenty of people who support my identity choice. And I have, like, tried to seek the positivity from those more. And it might be, you know, bending the reality, but the thing is, because I don't focus too more, like the thing, I think, you know, I think the most is, like, I think the most is since I don't focus too much more on what others think of me, by, you know, reflecting on the comments that I get, by, you know, trying to, like, please other people of, like, you know, saying, like, you know, oh, you can be pregnant, oh, you know, why are you pregnant, why do you have a pregnant belly, and that sort of stuff. You know, but instead of, like, ignoring those people... Oops. I feel like I've done much. I haven't even unlocked the Warden House, but I'm gonna leave it at this at least. Because otherwise the video will be way too long and that sort of stuff. I think a 15-minute video is best. I at least have a hang of how the map looks and works. So I might do a few rounds offline to get better. But yeah, my first playthrough of this. But to keep back on the thing what I was talking about. Since I don't tend to like focus on the negative side of trying to please other people. You know, by saying, oh, you know, people be like, oh, you shouldn't use a pregnant VTuber model. You know, doesn't use pregnant VTuber model, but desires a pregnant VTuber model, as an example. I feel more happy. You know what I mean? and my mental state is more important than what others think of me. And as I said, you know, I might bend reality that like I don't listen to reality, but on the other hand, I said, you know, I am more happy because I do what I want and I do I choose how I want to look. And as I said, if you don't like my content, there be it, you know, and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I've learned that in therapy, and because of that, I feel way more happy, and I can feel way more easily deal with be like, you know, you aren't pregnant, and be like, okay, bye, you know, and that sort of stuff. You know, I can deal more with like the less comments because I focus on the positive instead of the negative, and that sort of stuff. And I think I can handle more, you know, being called a man or he across the phone, but I think that it still will happen 20 times on the day. That still will hurt me, but less than it did previously. So yeah. Well, this was Blood of the Dead. It was an interesting and fun map, but it was difficult. I have to say that. And why do I say that? Because I played the original Blood of the Dead, and in there, what you saw like with the power on the Alcatraz side is like the power on the Alcatraz side. Normally, you go through like a portal, and the portal, you know, in Ghost World, you go to the portal, you activate the power that way. And with several of the machines other-sided, because to get the part which is in the warden's office. And as expected, the warden's house was behind there, but yeah. I said that I didn't unlock the warden's room, because there is a room, I know there is a room up there, that I think you have to unlock use a warden for to unlock. And that's normally where you do part of the Easter egg. You get the challenges there from the warden himself. And because of those challenges, you know, you unleash the spirits, and once you unleash the spirits, thing. But yeah, it's a challenging map, and I do love challenging maps and that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you want to see the next one in the series, which is gonna be classified, I'm doubting. Like the thing is, there are only 8 maps, but I'm doubting because the thing is, Classified originally is like 5, a remake of 5. You can say Blood of the Dead is a remake of the... Yeah, no, never mind. Classified is not a remake of 5, so I have played 5 before, but since it's a remake, and a bigger map, I'm still gonna play it. And you can say like Elise, Blood of the Dead is a remake of Blood of the Dead, and by that logic, you know, Alpha Omega and Tector Totem shouldn't also be played, because they're remakes of Call of the Dead and Nuketown. Okay, shut up. No, shut up. So next time we're gonna play Classified, the original remake of 5 with the premise crew and that sort of stuff. So if you wanna see that, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a future upload and that sort of stuff. And a future upload of our Black Ops 4 Zombies First Time series and that sort of stuff. Well, and as I said, once I play through all the maps, I'm gonna do more challenges. I'm gonna do attempt Easter egg on each map and that sort of stuff. As I said, I've already been practicing on Voyage of Despair, but I think I need more practice on Voyage of Despair and more practice on Blood of the Dead. But yeah, until then, I'm pregnant Vtuber Transgirl, and that you're pregnant Vtuber Transgirl on the internet. You're pregnant Vocaloid, yeah, also. You're pregnant goddess of reproduction, you're pregnant goddess of fertility, and that sort of stuff. I primarily focus on Project Diva and horror content on my channel. If you like that, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you didn't miss any future videos. But as you see, I also do a lot of Let's Plays, including a lot of Call of Duty Zombies in the past, as challenges, mod showcase in Black Ops 3 for example, or in Black Ops 2, Easter egg attempts, and that sort of stuff. I've done a lot, so if you're interested, make sure to check the outro playlist on the right. Now, make sure to check the icon on the top right, because if you want to see the outro playlist on the left, that will, not the right, the left, that will be the Black Ops 4 First Time Zombies videos, series, and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check it out. Yeah, I also do a lot of Let's Plays, including Call of Duty Zombies, but more also like Call of Duty Veteran Campaign series, Binding of Isaac, We Happy Few, Shadows Overloading, and way more. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check it out and that sort of stuff. If you want to save the day, the best way to do that is subscribing and ring the notification bell, or liking the video. That also tells me that you like the video. I want to see the other 5 maps in thing and that sort of stuff. I will try to be better on Blood of the Dead next time, okay? That sort of stuff. And if you want to stay more up to date, at the moment of recording, Discord is still my best place to, you know, contact me and have a chat with me and be part of my community. I know of the upcoming Discord thing in March. I'm recording this a week before it's March, so fingers crossed. On Discord gloves that like I don't have to like edit every video, because like I have to edit a lot, pre-record a lot of videos with like, hey, Discord is my best place. Let's hope that it doesn't change and that I can do it. But in case it changes, my community hub will be in the link tree at the bottom of the video description. In there you will see what my main community hub is to contact me and where I am the most active. In this case, as of moment of recording on the 22nd of February 2026, that would be, you know, Discord and that sort of stuff. Hey, that's funny. It's 2020-02-2026. So my best place to contact me or have a chat with me, be part of my community, is at the moment of recording Discord and that sort of stuff. If it is changed, and there will be a post in my community tab, and there will be, you know, also addressed in the link tree down below, and that sort of stuff. But furthermore, there is my Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky, in case you want to stay updated, but don't use Discord or any other social platform and that sort of stuff. You can check it there out, but as I said, I'm most active in the Discord. My Twitch chats and Voayge channel are also there, in case you want to see how stream goes from time to time, because as I told you, a lot of these zombie videos are recorded live on Twitch, and I might do the next few on Twitch and that sort of stuff. That might be a good one. I might do the next few on Twitch. We'll see. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, so if you want to check that out, there will be a link at the bottom of the video description in the link tree. This link tree also hosts my Ko-fi and Patreon in case you want to support me a little bit more, and all my other official socials and that sort of stuff. So with that, I'm going to say this back in the video, but Transgirl is going to say have a wonderful time, have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next Black Ops Zombies video, or the next video. Until then, bye.